Hello there. My name is Penny Smith. I'm a nurse clinician specialist at the Children's Hospital, and my specialty is NICU, neonatal intensive care. So I'm coming to you today from the safety store at the Children's Hospital, and we are thrilled to be involved in the North Liberty Stork Expo this year. And the group that I represent is the UI Safe Sleep Task Force. So you might be wondering, why do we need a safe sleep task force at the Children's Hospital? Well, I have a pretty good answer for that question, and it comes actually from the Iowa's Child Death Review Team. Now this state group looks at all of the pediatric deaths in the state of Iowa every year. And what they find in those reviews is that the largest number of pediatric deaths from 0 to 18 years of age are the sleep-related infant deaths. Every year, very consistently, the highest group. Now, in 2014, Iowa's Child Death Review Team published a report to the governor. And this report had data from the previous 5 years. And they were looking very specifically at the sleep-related infant mortality and those cases. And what they found in these cases really was quite shocking. There were several common risk factors, several themes that were the same throughout these cases of babies who died of sleep-related infant death. Now, in 73% of these cases of sleep-related infant death, the babe was not sleeping in a crib, so sleeping somewhere else, not in a safe place. 55% of these kids, when they were found to be unresponsive by their caregiver, they were not in a safe sleep position. They were either on their side or sleeping on their tummy. And we know that prone sleeping is a huge risk factor for SIDS. Now, 37% of these kids were found to be bed sharing at the time of death. Now, that is a huge risk factor in our state for sleep-related infant death. So over a third of these babes were sleeping in a big bed, in an adult bed, with another person, a parent or a sibling. And then finally, in almost half of the cases in this report that looked at 5 years worth of sleep-related infant death, almost half the cases had a blanket in the sleep space at the time of death. And we know that blankets and loose objects in the crib at the time of death is a big risk factor for accidental suffocation. So back in 2013, there was a core group of us at the Children's Hospital, started in NICU and then very quickly expanded to all of the pediatric care units in our hospital. We were forced to take a hard look at what we were doing in our hospital with regards to the sleeping environment for patients, for babies who were admitted to our hospital. And what we found was a surprise to all of us, really. We found lots of babies who were not sleeping safe or in the correct sleep position. They weren't sleeping on their back when they should have been on their back. And we also found a lot of stuff in our cribs that just did not belong there. Care supplies, diapers and wipes and blankets and burp cloths and thermometers, and just the list was very long of stuff that was living in the crib in the sleep space with the infant while they were in the hospital. What we figured out was that we were not even close to modeling what was safe sleep for our families. So our Safe Sleep Task Force was born in 2013. We invited staff members from all of our all of the units that cared for infants less than 1 year of age. That included the mother-baby care unit, the newborn nursery, so those are the healthy term newborns, NICU, neonatal intensive care, the pediatric intensive care, and our general pediatric units. Now we have physicians, nurses, nurse practitioners, physical therapists, occupational therapists, social workers, child life specialists, family educators, and finally our community outreach coordinator, Pam Hugerwerf, who is also the director of the safety store here. And our mission is very simple. It's just to educate our staff and our parents about safe sleep and to model safe sleep practices within our hospital. Now, we have a safe sleep hospital policy that's been in place for many years. We now make sure that that hospital policy falls in line with the American Academy of Pediatrics national recommendations for safe sleep. And we have a very robust toolkit that's part of our Safe Sleep Task Force. We have a staff training program. All of our staff are required to do annual training for safe sleep. We have updated educational materials for families. We have developed a crib audit tool. So we have members from all of our units, representatives on the task force that actually do crib audits to look at the sleep environment of our infants. And then quarterly, at our quarterly meetings for the task force, we go over that data and identify areas of improvement where we could do better in modeling safe sleep. We have laminated crib cards with the ABCs, a lone back crib, the ABCs of safe sleep. We have sleep sacks. The Halo sleep sacks are just a hallmark of our program. Every infant less than 1 year of age, when they're ready for safe sleep practices, when they're developmentally ready, when they're recovering from their illnesses, they go into the sleep sacks. And we want to hopefully get all of the loose blankets out of the crib. That's our goal. We have crib caddies now that hold all of our supplies, so the supplies live outside of the crib. We have fitted crib sheets and sibling cribs for when those young siblings come to visit. They have a safe place to nap while their parents are visiting. We have pack and plays that we have funding through grants that we are able to give to families who identify to us that they don't have a safe place for baby to sleep. We can give them a pack and play. And then finally, we have a safe sleep crib display up in the common areas for our mother-baby care unit, NICU, and labor and delivery. But we love these opportunities to come out into the community and just educate families. So in your swag bag, very quickly, I'm running out of time here, but we've included the NICHD booklet, which really is the best resource if you're looking to learn about safe sleep. Those are the National Safe to Sleep campaign materials. We're going to give you one of the safe sleep flyers that we have in our safety store. On the back page, it talks about products, consumer products, monitors and wedges and positioners and in-bed co-sleepers and a lot of stuff that may not be safe for babes. And then finally, we're going to include a handout about child care providers, and a great national organization has produced this resource for child care providers and just maintaining a safe sleep environment in daycare. So we're really happy to be involved in this. Please contact us if you have any questions. Pam and I will both be included in that live session that's going to happen on August 30th. So bring your questions and we'll be happy to answer. Take care.